Hello everyone, Science 1 Standard 9, Lesson number 1, Laws of Motion. This is 19th video of this lesson, and in this video we'll learn Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion. Have you ever noticed that when you are running with a high speed and if you suddenly stop, you will fall down? And it is also difficult to stop a heavy loaded truck suddenly. Next example, the brakes of a train are applied before reaching the station so that train will slow down and eventually will stop at the station. Why is that so? What is this concept? Why is it is so difficult to stop moving objects suddenly? What is the reason behind this? Now let's learn about it in details. This concept comes under the Newton's second law of motion. Before learning the Newton's second law of motion, we will learn a very important concept. Without this concept, Newton's second law of motion is incomplete, and that concept is momentum. Let's see what is momentum. The quantity which measures the amount of motion in the body is called momentum, and momentum is represented by small p. It is the quantity which is used to measure the amount of motion in the body. For example, if you are running or walking, or if a car is moving, then amount of motion in this body is measured by the quantity momentum. So the amount of motion in the body is denoted by quantity that is called momentum. To understand momentum, let's consider some example. If two table tennis player are playing the table tennis, if a tennis ball hits one of the player, will it cause severe injury to the player? The answer is known to you. Now, instead of tennis ball, you are playing cricket, and cricket ball, which is very heavy, hits you. Will it cause more injury or less injury than the injury caused by tennis ball? Obviously, the injury caused by cricket ball will be more than injury caused by tennis ball. What is the reason behind this? So, by this we can come to a conclusion that the object which has a less mass or weight, the momentum of that object is also less. And if the object which has a more mass or a weight, the momentum of that object is also more. So, as we know that the mass of a tennis ball is less, so its momentum is also less, causing less injury. While the mass of a cricket ball is more, so its momentum is also more and causing more injury. So, when the mass increases, then momentum is also increases. If mass decreases, momentum is also decreases. Therefore, the momentum is directly proportional to the mass. So, our first conclusion is that momentum is directly proportional to mass. So, first concept that we learn is that when mass is less, momentum is also less. And if mass is more, momentum is also more. Now, let's take another example. Let's consider a bullet. Its mass is very less, but when fired from a gun and it hits a person, it causes severe injury and can also cause death. If the mass of a bullet is very less, then its momentum will also be less. Then why does it still cause severe injury? This means this means we are definitely missing something, and this leads to the another concept related to momentum, and that is velocity. So, momentum is directly proportional to the velocity. So, any object, regardless its mass, is moving at a high velocity will also have a high momentum. So, bullet mass is less, but when fired from gun, its velocity is so high that is momentum, so its momentum is also increases. And so we can concluded that if the velocity of an object is high, then its momentum is also increases. Therefore, the bullet cause a severe injury. So, from the above example, we can say that the momentum is directly proportional to the mass as well as velocity. So, momentum is denoted by small p, mass is denoted by small m, and velocity is denoted by small v. So, we can derive the formula momentum is equal to m into v. From about two concepts, we understand the example initially taken by us that a heavy loaded truck, a train, and a boy running at a high speed are difficult to stop suddenly because of their high momentum. So, I hope you understand the concept of momentum. Student, we will stop here, and remaining part of this Newton's second law we'll see in the next video. Thank you.